Peak of fucking boo. I hope I'm in focus. If not, please bear with me. I had a plan to make this video for a while, but I knew I was going to be talking for a long time. There's no script, just full on raw dogging this. So I might pause a little bit, I might stutter a little bit, I might swear a little too much. I've been told I have a bit of a potty mouth. It just makes my sentences more fun and puts more oomph into my statements. Ew, I don't want to stand in front of the sun. Disgusting. But like I said, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I've been kind of having trouble speaking recently. Maybe I just need to pick up some more fucking books, some more fucking scripts. Not that I'm not at all, but it's just, I don't know. I've been having massive brain fog this year. This year has been, I've made a lot of memories. I've still done a whole lot, but I guess, and maybe it's the depression talking. Every time I think I'm getting over it, I forget, oh, this is like a clinical thing. This is like something I've been struggling with my whole life, but I've found different ways to cope with it and to bring myself back up whenever I'm feeling down, because I know what cycle I tend to, my focus, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. But yeah, and sometimes I get negative thoughts and I'm like, but I know who I am. I know who I am in its essence. I know what I stand for, and I know what I want, and I know what I value. And this might be all over the place because my brain's all over the place. I have so much to say about fucking everything. But right now, the way of speaking has been so tough. Like, I've been losing my sense of community. I feel like I'm lying. I always, like, feel like, am I getting a little shy? Am I going back to rock bottom? Am I doing this and that? And then people, like, describe me in ways that like, it makes me smile. The way that people describe me in such positive ways, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, people actually see me this way. Like, those negative thoughts I have about myself is just coming from me. It's just coming from that negative side. But like I said, I've been wanting to make this video, but I just been like, oh, people are always home and this and that, and I'm gonna talk for a long ass time, and but also, like, why am I embarrassed? Like, I'm not one to really be embarrassed, like, in general, but like every now and then there's a little voice in my head sometimes that just, like, she can fight. That bitch got hands, and that bitch is buff as fuck. And sometimes it wins. And just because it wins that one time doesn't mean I can't get back up and keep on training and keep on getting better. Practice does make perfect. You know, in order to be good at something, you have to be bad at it. You have to be bad at it first. But I just turned 25 last week, October 10th, 2000. Yes. Somebody saw my ID last night and went 2000. I always thought I was the youngest here. What the fuck are you everyone else is like, just came out the fucking womb yesterday. So, but I know I don't look 25. I think I got blessed with my mom's aging genes, because for starters, I look nothing like her. I look nothing like her. But if I were to get anything from her, it should be her aging genes. It's only fair, especially as an actor. Let's fucking go. I keep striving away from the point of this video because I have an issue with starting things, because there's so many options and there's so many things to say, and I'm scared I'm gonna forget them, and I don't know where to start and this and that. Therefore, I don't start at all. That's a problem I've been having. And you know, this year I got representation for the first time. Yet I had more work when I didn't have representation last year. But also, I was self-submitting and I didn't get paid for a single thing that I did last year. Honestly, I do it for the love of the game. But those loans ain't gonna pay themselves. I'm gonna be kicked off my parents' insurance next year. I wanna spoil my family. I wanna give my parents financial freedom and my family financial freedom before I give myself financial freedom. Because, like, I have everything that I need. Everything that I need. I'm so, like, comfortable. I'm so, like, rich with love, actually. That's one thing that I know certain about myself, is that I am loved. I am loved and I am supportive. And if I cry, so fucking be it. I was also talking about this last night. I stayed up till 5 a.m. at a party. If I could do something for the rest of my life that's not, like, you know, like a job, I would hang out with friends. I love socializing. Although I've been kind of having a bit of an issue sometimes this year where, like, And maybe it's just my body telling me that I don't feel comfortable here and I don't belong. Not that I don't belong here. I feel like I can fit in any kind of room if I really want to, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't think this is my crowd. Like, I'll show up to certain events and I'm like, I'm just not having fun. And it's okay to admit that, you know, sometimes those nights are gonna happen. But last night, you know, we were having heart to hearts. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I wish I could go back, but we're doing this in one take, baby. We're doing this in one take. But yeah, I am loved and supported. I really hope this thought comes back to me. I don't want to stop. You know what? Let's just keep the ball rolling. I was born to be somebody. There's something on my wall. I might give a room tour after this because my room is my sanctuary and it is my brain splattered all over the fucking floor. I knew what I wanted to be from a very early age. As young as like, I had hand access to the internet and computers and stuff like that from a very young age. My mom always took pictures and videos of us growing up, and I also grew up in the world where YouTube was starting to boom, and you know, I got my first camera at 8. I just took pictures of everything too. Like, I just don't want to forget anything. My memory is also ginormous. People always tell me, like, how do you remember that? Like, good memory, you're attentive to detail. And I'm like, well, that's also like a good thing for acting. Let's go. I don't have a hard time memorizing. And then I talk to non-actors, like, you know, my family, they're just like, I would never get up on stage and do that. I could never memorize something like that. I'm like, and to me, it's just like, give me an hour. I should have it. I was destined to be an artist, and I have so much proof in front of me that like I want to like talk about. Like, I took, you know, those things you take in high school, those quizzes of like what career, like a career thing. Look at this shite. Sorry about my potty mouth, but you can see that all of that is mainly artistic. Like, it's there, baby. It's there, baby. And I've been like trying to hold on. I'm like trying to still grasp that last thought. Maybe I was talking about my manager, where like I do it for the love of the game. That was my last thought. I want financial freedom. Either way, my manager, hilarious guy. I don't really know him that well, and I don't really know how to ask him like, hey, I'm not about to be like, hey, we hang out, because honestly, I feel like some people have this like first impression of me of where I'm like, I give off this, and a lot of people tell me this, that I give off this tough exterior, and then they get to know me and they're like, damn, like you're actually like pretty cool. It sounds a little backhanded at first, but like, it's just that I have a habit of not speaking to people unless they speak to me first. I just like, I don't know, I don't want to like bother people. Like, and if they want to talk to me, oh boy, bitch, I'm an open book. I need to stop swearing. Every time I swear, I'm like, jump scare. But yeah, I don't have a problem like speaking to people. They just have to do that first, which I kind of need to get over that. And right, my manager, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, you want to hang out, bro? I don't know about that. And I'm scared he's gonna drop me when our contract ends in December, because I've booked 2 things with him, but they weren't things that I really got based off like auditions. Like, one of them was a court show and one of them was like a day player in a vertical. I didn't have to audition for that. But I also have a slight feeling he sees something in me, and it's just up to me to really like, because I don't know, I obviously have there's some fear that's been lingering this year. Like, yeah, I booked a lot last year, but it was unpaid, and then when it comes to like paid gigs, it's just a big competition. And I've told him that like I felt discouraged because like I was like 4 months into our contract and I didn't book anything. He's like, some people even up to 8 months they get their first one. I think mine was 9 months in. I got my first one, but again, I didn't audition, so I guess in a way my brain is like, you didn't deserve that. But again, that's the depression talking, you know? I worked so much to get to where I am today. I gotta shout out to Mindy Marks. Speaking of Mindy Marks, this girl, listen, and maybe this is like that internalized like just insecurity that I had as a kid, doubts, even though I was always like very outgoing and expressive and like artistic as a kid and this and that, I still had my lows sometimes. There's certain people that like doubted me, And then so when people speak so highly of me and say things that I didn't even realize about myself, it's like, God damn, I really am like great. I think I'm destined for greatness. You remember when Timothée Chalamet did that speech where he's like in pursuit of greatness? Why was that seen as a bad thing? Shouldn't we all, actor, artist or not, shouldn't we all be destined for greatness? Shouldn't we all strive to be kind? Shouldn't we all like just love yourself, love your peers, love your family, your what you do? Like, yeah. Why was that a bad thing? I'm striving for greatness too. I know I was born to be somebody. I didn't get this damn personality for nothing. I was not known as the funny girl. I was not known as somebody who's just so unapologetic. Whoa. Let's breathe. Unapologetically myself. You know, cold reads scare me for this exact reason. That's why things with practice, I can perfect it. But sometimes right away, I might stop a little bit. But listen to what Mindy Marks had to say about me. And I have her tattooed right here because she saved my life and I would not be here without her. Obviously, a bunch of people played a part into bringing me to where I am today. But she gave me that extra push to believe in myself fully. I did believe myself like a little bit before, but she really gave me that, oh, let's fucking go. I have been lucky to have taught Jessica for the last several years in theatre and English in classes, and this time Jessica has shown tremendous growth both academically and personally. Now, as I reflect on my time with her, it is my privilege to say I'm proudly recommending Jessica for your institution of higher learning. This is a very determined, ambitious young woman. I can remember the end of our first semester together. Jessica wanted to meet with me privately to discuss her potential in acting. For someone so young, with plenty of high school still to complete, I was taken aback by her wanting such feedback. During our meeting, she let me know that she wanted me to be honest with her because her dream was to work in the movie industry. Many students may dream of this, but very, very few say it out loud for the universe to hear. Well, Jessica does. I let her know that she does have potential, but she still needs to work on not hold back and work on technical skills and risk more. Every single semester since, there would be Jessica soaking up every lesson, every rehearsal, every scene study or monologue and just going for it. Her improvisational skills began to take off, and her ability to work with any type of person in class and make them shine soared. She would try out for every production, but the right part never came until now, her final semester in high school. Jessica embodies the fortitude and grit. She knows that if she works hard enough, she will get there. I cannot tell you how much I admire her. It would be wrong of me not to warn you about her humor. Be careful because it will come undetected. Jessica is not the loudest person in the room calling attention to herself. Her humility and uncanny talent in watching and listening to a room of people keeps her in tune with the timing of her wit. Her self-deprecating, deadpan humor never comes at the cost of another. She is hysterical in this modest, quiet, sly, intelligent Jessica Maldonado kind of way. Jessica is going to make it into the movie industry or whatever other incredible dream she has for herself. Her maturity in planning and organizing mixed with her unapologetic determination to succeed assures her to be locked in her endgame. I'm so lucky to have been her teacher and director, and I cannot wait for her to watch her step into this next chapter of her life. With that being said, before I lose this thought, I am not limited. I hated the topic of typecasting when it came to college. I hated being put in a box. I've always hated being put in a box, and that was showcased in different ways. Like, I did not come out until I was nearly 21. I hated the fact that people said because of the way that I dress and that because of the way that I acted that therefore I was gay, and I did not want to prove them right. And also I grew up very traditional, Catholicism, conservative town. So of course it did not feel comfortable to come out then, or even like begin to like I questioned it a little bit in middle school, came out and took it back because I wanted to be perceived as a feminine woman, even though I wasn't for a long time. And people said, you're not gonna get a boyfriend this way, you look like a boy. And that sucks. Why can't I be anything and everything that I set my mind to? If I just put in the work, put in the passion, what's the issue? So, but I get it now with the typecasting because, like, you know, sometimes you might just be seen as one thing and that's the most natural and convincing to viewers. And that's okay. That's okay, you know? But I still, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what, my pause, I don't know. I've been manifesting a lot more. I used to be very negative. I used to have a very negative mindset, and then bad things just kept happening, and then I wonder like, I wonder why this must be. Negative personality, negative this, negative that. You turn into an ugly person, and why would things even work out for you? You're just sitting there moping. You can either sit there and complain or get up and do something about it. And I did. I told my parents, I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna make this happen. My mom said no. Granted, I grew up very strict. And I'm the only one in my family who had the balls to move to a different state. Some others are like a lot. I think I had 1, 2, 3, maybe like 6 people in my family that went to college out of like everyone else who just went straight to work. I'm just the only one that went out of state. I knew that I would thrive in LA, and I couldn't fully be myself over there and fully let go, not hold back, and I can risk more just for you, Mindy. But I've just been speaking more highly of myself and living like the person that I want to be. I wrote this note, and I have it under my pillow, and I sleep with it every night. Sometimes I read it back. I tend to fall asleep. I'm very sleep deprived, so like sometimes I forget to do some night routines, but it's still under my bed. I said, I will be one of the greats. It was always set in stone. I am the entertainer. I am so talented. I am a performer. I will fight for what's right and be on the right side of history. I am not limited. You can do anything you set your mind to if you really want it that bad. All it takes is time, hard work, dedication, and most importantly, passion. I want to leave a mark. James Dean was only 24 when he died and was only in 3 movies. And now look at him, a Hollywood icon. I will grasp the full significance of life. I am a great person. I get along with people so well. I have so many lifelong lasting friendships from different eras of my life. If my life was a theme song, it'd be I'll Be There For You. I love and want to act forever because of the different stories and worlds I get to explore and walk in their shoes for those out there looking for relatability or entertainment. I feel so educated when jumping into these worlds. In 5 years, I will make a starting mark. I am an Academy Award winner, multiple nominee. People beg for me to be in their projects, even as little as a cameo. I finally am financially free and have been long gone from the food industry. I paid off my debt, my sister's debt, and my parents. I finally have been able to leave the West Coast. My friendships are still thriving. I'm healed and handling my issues better. I love myself. I love and am grateful for my life. Peace, love, balance, always. I also been carrying around a fake check, and like, what's it called? Jim Carrey, I think, did, where it's like 10 million bucks or $1 million bucks or whatever. But yeah, all I wanted to be seen was like cool growing up. The girl that can do anything and everything she sets her mind to. I play soccer, keyboard, drums, I can yo-yo, I can edit, I write, I will do a cartwheel right now, tell you that. But yeah, I think I've made my point, and I'm, like I said, destined for greatness, and I love guys. Peace, love, and balance. Thank you. Also, hold on. Also, good things are always happening to me. Literally something recent. So I got employee of the quarter at my, hold on, I'm focusing. I got employee of the quarter in October 2023 for summer 2023 at my job, when I literally got hired in May of 2023. I was always told you can't get it twice. Tell you what, 2 weeks ago, guess who got it again? That's what I thought. I also got accepted to all 5 of the schools I applied to. I think I have a great story to share. I think I would make a great public figure. Not celebrity, not influencer, just an icon. I think my story and how I came to be will be very interesting for other people to read and relate to. I mean, I think I can say I'm a first generation college student or whatever. I don't know. My mom was the only one of my siblings who happened to be born here. She was still living in Mexico like a month after she was born, and then my dad is But yeah, I think I have great people around me that's pretty entertaining if I like vlog or stuff like that. My relationships with other people. Like I said, I have a great story for the people that are very parasocial. Trust, and I can entertain y'all. Because people always talk about like, ooh, you posted on your story. I've never been more excited, like stuff like that. Speaking of, let's take a look at my brain. Right, you walk in, look at this. I'm so loved. I have so many friends, and here are my other friends, my fluffy friends. This is my little, you know, people that I like. You got Haley Williams, of course, Stevie Nicks, Riley Keough. This guy, David Lynch. My friend's dad is a video editor. I don't think he's in this one, but Sean Albertson, shout out. Isabella Erstos, that's my friend. It's also my roommate's girlfriend, and she's also an artist, an incredible artist. But yeah, everything is precise. I have a thing with symmetry. This is my old vision board. Pause to read if you want. I don't know, but a lot of it's a lot of quotes about just being a good person. Like, I love being a good person just for the love of the game. Not even a game. I just like, that's like the way to be. Like, why is there any other choices? What the heck? I don't know, and I don't care about gaining anything. I don't think that's not the point of it. Yeah, I do it out of love. I'm a lover, guys. I'm also very dramatic. You can say dramatic, or you can say passionate, either or. I don't get offended by dramatic because I know I do. And it also is great for my acting because acting is all about the human experience, and, you know, being natural and this and that. And I got, bitch, I'm emotional as heck, as flippin' heck. But yeah, and there's no shame in it. I was coined the nickname Crybaby, and so fucking be it. Yeah. I don't know if this says anything about me, but for the astrology girlies, I did read my chart a little bit, especially my big four. Let me say they do describe me. They do. For those that are skeptical about it, to each their own or whatever, but I read mine, and I'll just tell you in short form a little bit about me that Libra sun, Pisces moon. Anytime I tell people that, they're like, are you okay? Or like, you know, enough with the water sign propaganda, okay? I'm gonna cry right now. And then Virgo rising, Scorpio Venus. What you know about that? Anyways, peace, love, and balance.